Hi, I'm Bob Luther, and I wrote the book, The First Apple. And in the course of writing the book and researching it, I had the good fortune to meet some of the founders and some of the early people of Apple Computer. One was Ron Wayne, and Ron designed the original Apple logo here, so it was neat hearing his story. He was the one who came up with the idea of including the phrase, a mind forever voyaging through, and so on and so forth. And he did all of the artwork here. This was all of his original artwork of Newton under the apple tree. This is, of course, a more modern photograph of Steve Jobs, and then a photo of Steve Jobs from 1976. And in this photo, he's with Dan Kottke, who I met and spent a lot of time with in researching the book. Dan is the person who went to college with Steve Jobs, and they traveled to India together on the famous trip to India. And in fact, Dan told me at one point they were walking through a river area, and Steve lost one of his shoes, and Dan thought, oh no, he's going to be in terrible trouble if he doesn't have one of his shoes. So Dan went chasing after down the river and found his shoe for him. This photograph is, actually I got this photograph, the source of it was Dan Kottke, and this is from the computer show in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak and Dan Kottke went and showed off the Apple-1 computer.